Sky Vipers Part 2. Today we're going to concentrate on the Sky Viper V2450HD. This is a slightly bigger drone than the previous Vipers we did, the 1750 stunt drones, and carries a camera with a tiltable front end, you can see there. Now, the thing about the design, and they all carry the same similar battery. Thing about the design, green props front and back, orientation sometimes an issue if you lose sight of it a little with both drones. Forgot to mention that last time. And the controllers, though very simple, are not cross compatible. The stunt drones in the previous video were a little bit quicker than this and a little bit nippier in manoeuvring. This is more of a camera drone and very similar in a way to the SEMA stuff of a similar sort of ilk, but the design's lovely. I mean, the thin black arms and the green props, very on brand, very stylish. A fun drone to fly, by no means fast. Did a good job flying around, cutting through the air. I think it's 2 or 3 speeds, and again, altitude hold is switch offable to a degree. I didn't try it myself, as I say, because of the broken wrist I've got. I kept it with as much aids as possible. The video we put here today is initially just flight footage of it going around the field to show speed, manoeuvrability, its ability to bank, corner, and putting it through its paces really. It has a very rakish flight mode in I think the 3rd speed, which is, it looks pretty fast, but it's not that much faster than the others. As I say, this is more aimed at a camera drone. The 650 mAh batteries are exactly the same as the S1750s, as I say. The SD card recording on board is actually very good, as shown here. Now, I can honestly say, at these kind of speeds, for a cheap toy drone to compute all this grass it's flying on over, again, apologies, it's not much more interesting scenery, but it's doing a very good job, bar a few light contrasts and my inability to fly with 1.5 arms. It's really quite a good camera for the money. I would say it's very accomplished. Certainly one of the best beginner drones with a good camera, this quality of camera that I've seen. Much better than the SEMAs. The Wi-Fi footage I've put on at the end, by comparison, is a bit poor. And a note on the Wi-Fi stuff, if you have the Android version of the app, there's a really neat tip by a guy from the middle of February, I think his name's Andrew Clements. You must go back into your permissions for the app and allow it permission to give access to recording, etc. A lot of people have fell foul of this, and the app simply won't work on an Android phone initially. So if you want to do some Wi-Fi or see what's going on with it, please remember that on the Android. I loaded it on an iPhone 5S, an old phone I've got, no problem, and the permissions were already in there. But going back to this, the SD card footage and the camera for the price point of this particular drone, absolutely amazing. Yeah, love it. Think it's great. The Wi-Fi suffers from traditional Wi-Fi stuff, really. As you can see, frame dropouts, glitches, pixelation. Really is sort of a drone you could give a beginner. Not worry about the camera for a bit, keep the prop guards on, fly around, get used to that. Then do the SD card stuff, just using the Wi-Fi on your phone as a real guide rather than an actual recording device. Certainly recommend just using the SD card. So yeah, for this one, certainly a good drone. Stable like a SEMA with a better camera. The Sky Viper V2450HD. And for once, the HD, deserves a mention. It's a good enough camera at this kind of price. Just as an addendum, the guy was Abraham Clemens, who noted on the Android you had to allow permissions after you downloaded the app. In addition, I wanted to mention, none of these drones have an on and off switch. You simply plug in the battery, set it down, switch the controller on, and it auto binds and auto calibrates. Really unusual feature, quite clever. Obviously, it's up to you then to trim it, because it's already done everything for you. As I say, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.